Chapter 7 The Change in Meg. In April, Meg's friend Annie Moffat invited her for a 2-week visit. The Moffats were very wealthy and fashionable, and the more Meg saw of Annie's pretty things, the more envious she became, and the more she wished she were rich too. Meg's sisters helped her pack her trunk for the trip. There were going to be several small parties and a large party on Thursday night. Meg packed her fancy white cotton dress for the occasion. Though she was nervous at first, the Moffats were kind people and put her at ease. After a few days, Meg began to fit right in, imitating Annie and her friends and putting on airs. She knew if her mother and sisters could see her, they wouldn't approve. But she just wanted to know what it felt like to be rich, if only for a few days. On the night of one of the small parties, Meg, Annie, and several of Annie's friends were getting ready. Meg unpacked her cotton dress. She noticed one of Annie's friends glance at it, then whisper to the other girls. Meg felt her cheeks burn. Then the maid came in with a box of flowers. "Oh, it must be for my sister, Belle," Annie cried. "Her fiancé always sends her some." "No, they are for Miss March," the maid said. "And there's a note as well." All the girls surrounded Meg as she read the note. The flowers were from Laurie. Meg folded the note and slipped it into her pocket. She felt much better and enjoyed herself at the party. She didn't know why, but the next day, Annie's friends took more of an interest in her. They told her they'd sent an invitation to Laurie for Thursday's party. Meg laughed when they told her. "Laurie is only a young boy," she said. "A family friend." But the girls all exchanged looks just the same. Annie's sister offered Meg her blue silk dress for Thursday's party. On Thursday evening, Annie and her sister helped Meg dress up in style. They laced her into the dress, crimped her hair, and lent her earrings and high-heeled boots. "I'm afraid to go down. I feel so strange," Meg whispered to Annie. But she acted the part of a young society lady perfectly. Though her side ached from the tight dress and she kept tripping over the train, Meg was flirting and laughing with some of the gentlemen guests when she saw Laurie staring at her in surprise. "I'm glad you came," she said to him, speaking in an odd, grown-up voice. "Joe wanted me to come and tell her how you looked," Laurie replied. "But I don't know what to tell her. You look so different. Don't you like me dressed up like this?" "Dressed up this way?" Meg asked. "No, I don't," was Laurie's blunt reply. Meg gasped. This was too much coming from a boy younger than she. She stormed away. Soon after, someone tapped her shoulder. It was Laurie. "Please forgive my rudeness, and come dance with me," he said. "I don't like your gown, but I still do think you are beautiful." "Laurie," Meg whispered as they danced, "please do me a favor, and don't tell them at home about my dress. I feel so foolish. I thought it might be fun to dress up and act fashionable. Only I'm sure people are just staring at me, talking about how silly I look." Laurie agreed not to tell. The next day, Meg felt sick from drinking too much champagne at the party. On Saturday, she went home, and home seemed wonderful, even if it wasn't fashionable and rich. Meg told her family of her adventures and said she'd had a charming time. But later, she confessed to Joe and her mother that she had allowed the Moffat girls to dress her up, and that she had made a spectacle of herself flirting and drinking too much champagne. She also told them about some gossip she'd overheard concerning Laurie. Meg said some girls mentioned that Mrs. March had plans to set Laurie up with one of her daughters because he was rich. "Rubbish!" cried Joe. Mrs. March agreed that she did not have any such plans for her daughters. "I want my daughters to be beautiful and good, to be admired and respected, to lead useful lives, and to marry only for love and happiness."